French automaker Citroën announced the reinvigoration of its pursuit in the South African market last year. Note how he purposefully avoided describing it as a comeback. You see, the brand was still a fixture before this refreshed resolved in 2019, alongside its more active subsidiary Peugeot. But from 2016, it just opted not to import and launch new products, although still catering to the service requirements of existing owners. In 2019, it launched 3 new models: the C3, the C3 Aircross, which my colleague Marius Roberts sampled, and this, the C5 Aircross, their flagship and the subject of our evaluation this week. Now, before we take a look at the present, we must take a gander back at the past, at one of the most respected models to wear the double chevron emblem. Cue the accordion music. On 5 October 1955 at the Paris Motor Show, Citroën took the wraps off its DS20, a replacement for the traction avant, which saw life in 1934. And that DS moniker denoted DS, which means goddess in English, ostensibly for its swooping and elegant shape. It was a different era. Now here I am being chauffeured in a classic DS, and the first thing you'll notice, of course, is that I'm not wearing my seatbelt. We do endorse safe driving practices, of course, but safety belts in the rear weren't legislation at the time. Anyway, let's talk about the suspension in the DS. It was something of a revolution, employing both pneumatic and hydraulic elements for a ride quality that is peerless, really, even by modern day standards. This trumps many luxury cars out there. The DS was also the first mass production car to use disc brakes. It had a fiberglass roof or aluminium in later models, and it also boasted directional headlamps. Indeed, the DS was far ahead of its time. And you know what else? We made these vehicles here in South Africa too. In 1959, a local company named Stanley Motors built DS units using a complete knockdown kit format, with components being imported. Initially, production began at a plant in Natalspruit, Ekurhuleni. In 1969, operations moved to Tshwane, and in the following year, it moved to Port Elizabeth.
Enchanté.
Now on to present day things, and here we are in the Citroen C5 Aircross. First thing you'll notice, safety belt, front and rear, standard of course. Now it does strive to emulate a sense of that magic carpet cushiness that you got in the legendary DS. You see, it boasts hydraulic cushions at each corner working in tandem with the shock absorbers. It works effectively on gentle undulations, although it tends to relay the sensation of bottoming out on more severe protrusions on asphalt at speed. But the magic carpet supremacy of the original DS will make a person hypercritical. The 1598cc turbocharged 4-cylinder is still well up to task. The long-standing petrol unit in use by Peugeot, Citroën and formerly BMW produces 121 kilowatts and 240 newton meters in this state of tune, and it is mated to a 6-speed automatic. For 514,900 Rand, you do get a lot for your money. Items such as leather upholstery, a panoramic roof, wireless charging for your smartphone, and a full suite of driver assistance safety features, including a coffee break alert. You can have the lesser Feel model for 474,900 Rand. In summary, the C5 Aircross is a product we can recommend, and the same could be said of the two smaller products in the new stable, but it remains to be seen if consumers respond with positive uptake. However, Citroën does have a seasoned hand at the helm. His name is Xavier Gobiel, and some of his hits include turning Renault around in South Africa. So let's see if he can perform a similar miracle this time around.